billionaires become billionaires, rich people become rich, primarily because they find something that's superior, they find something that's better, they find something that will beat out the competition, they find something that will disrupt what's currently happening, they find something that will change the status quo, they find something that's part of the future that a lot of people cannot see yet, and then they invest in it. Hey guys, so as you all know, over the past few days, we've been posting my interview with Michael Saylor, and I'm a very, very big fan of him in a way that he has so much conviction in the way he's investing in Bitcoin. And given that there's no CEO for Bitcoin, people have been looking up to him. As you all know, Ethereum has Vitalik, Binance has CZ. For Bitcoin, there's none, and he has been one of the most vocal investors in it, not just by saying it, but also investing large amounts of money in it. And please do note this, he's not one of the first investors. He came in relatively later than a lot of those long-term hodlers. But it goes to show that as long as you have conviction in something, even if you are not the earliest investor and you know that it's something of the future, it's worth investing into. I want to share things that I've learned personally from my experience with him. It's interesting to watch videos of him, but it's different also when you're talking. Now, what we just have is what you saw online, but there were a lot of things happening before the interview and after the interview as well that got imparted into me. And some of the things that he spoke during the video were things that we hear about often, at least from my perspective. No, it's different when a billionaire, a US dollar billionaire, tells it to your face that there's so much that you can glean on and learn from it. First time ko gagawin to, reacting to my own video. But what I'm gonna show is I'm gonna show snippets of the raw video. Of course, what you always see is the edited video already that's out in YouTube. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show the raw video, and then I'm gonna pause it, then I'm gonna share bits and pieces of it. And I'd always tell people to surround yourself with people who are better than you. But if you're starting out and you don't have a lot of people in your circle that thinks differently or thinks the same as you and is higher than you, that you can learn a lot from their experience, or at least from the wisdom that they have, one of the best things that you could do is look for people that you admire, people that are in the same path as you as well. Then just follow them, look at their insights, look at their philosophies. And when I was starting out, I would read up a lot on Warren Buffett. I would follow what Mark Zuckerberg was doing. I would listen to recordings of Steve Jobs. That's how I learn. I look for what successful people have done, people that I admire, and I try to glean on whatever wisdom they have in terms of how they practice and how they execute their businesses as well. And in the same way, for the crypto world, it's Michael Saylor, it's ZZ of Binance, then you also have Vitalik, Charles Hoskinson, and so much more. But the point is, surround yourself with people who know more than you. Surround yourself with people whom you can learn a lot from. That being said, let's start the video. And I want to show this first part, no? Yung part talaga na parang fan na fan ako sa start, but it wasn't really seen anymore in YouTube. So check this out.
I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this too, and this will be something that's fun for you. Your insights are super, super amazing. So yeah.
Looking forward to it.
So yun. That didn't come out anymore, but I just wanted you to see that also, that I normally don't get starstruck. It's good that brings out the business person in me, the investor in me, that people that you follow in the business sphere. And he's a legit billionaire, not a billionaire in peso, but a billionaire in dollars. That's a global icon in terms of cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. And someone that you watch every day is someone that you're talking to. It's an amazing experience.
It's just wait. Don't do something. Do nothing. Wait. Like the most if you bought Apple,
just wait. And I've been saying this also so many times in the podcast, in this channel, that patience is one of the best things that you need to deploy in your investment. Everyone wants to get rich the next minute, but you have to realize this, that the billionaires, the ones that have made a lot of money, are not in it to make money for the next few minutes. They're not in it on what they will get tomorrow. They're in it to play the long game. And part of playing the long game is also waiting. Patience is so underrated. And right now, if you're watching whatever asset you're looking at, the Philippine stock market, the US stock market, and the cryptocurrency market, if it's down and it's not going the way you want to go, please always remember that those who know how to wait it out will always win. Coming in from his perspective, majority of the ones that became billionaires also, there were specific times in their lives where they had to wait it out. It's not about getting rich in the next 4 days. It's not about getting rich in the next 7 months, but it's about creating something that will be an empire, that will be a stockpile of investments that will outlast you, that you create something that's bigger than you. And for that to happen, it requires waiting as well.
Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, what did they do? Nothing. They didn't do anything. What they did is they didn't sell, right? The reason that Jeff Bezos is rich is because he didn't sell Amazon.
Aside from being patient, I'll put this under the context that you know that you're buying something that's good, fundamentally sound, something that's superior, something that will stand the test of time. Don't sell. I'm adding context to this that you know that you are an investor, not merely a trader. So there's a lot of talk about traders, and I'm not including it in this video anymore, but he said that that's only 1% of the population. And I love trading. I'll talk more about that later. I love trading. What I've realized from this is that it's also about selecting. It's also finding something that's superior and learning to have the ability to wait it out and not sell and not panic. So if you have to also not look at that app, if you also don't need to actually log in, then don't log in. The only time you sell is when your goals are met or something changes fundamentally on what you are investing on. I know I've been saying this all the time in this channel, but it's nice to hear it from someone who is super, super amazing and has created a lot of money as well.
The reason that Warren Buffett is rich is because he didn't sell. So there's only two challenges. One challenge is pick the right asset. You either have to buy it or create it. Okay, so is Bitcoin the right asset? It's the dominant digital property network on Earth. 150 million other people think it is. It's 50 times bigger than the next like-kind thing.
How do billionaires become billionaires? They take the time to study. They take the time to learn. They're not rushing into something, because he said something very, very interesting. Two things. Billionaires become billionaires. Rich people become rich primarily because they find something that's superior. They find something that's better. They find something that will beat out the competition. They find something that will disrupt what's currently happening. They find something that will change the status quo. They find something that's part of the future that a lot of people cannot see yet, and then they invest in it. But also that takes a lot of time. And when I say that takes a lot of time, that's research, that's studying, that's reading. That's not you getting a tip from a friend. If you are buying and you are investing just because you saw someone tweet about it, just because you saw someone post about it and you did not do your own due diligence, you're gonna lose money. It's not the best way for you to go. I'm not saying that there won't be any upward moves for the short term. That's possible, but that's not something that's sustainable. That's not something that you can repeat. And that's something that won't give you conviction. It's very, very important that you spend the time finding something that's superior, because when you find something that's superior, that will be your edge above everyone else. And for Michael Saylor, it's Bitcoin. When you do your own due diligence, there might be an edge that you could have over him because you took the time to study it. And that's where also when you find low cap gems that may be interesting, but because you took the time to study it, it may not be discovered by a lot of people yet, but because you took the time to learn it, that's where your upside could be. The second thing that he said was rich people find a superior asset and invest into it. And the second one is if they can't find it, they create it. So that's where the difference lies, in my opinion, between entrepreneurs and investors. Entrepreneurs, they build something, stick with it, have patience, they don't sell. make it big, and that's how they become rich as well. I hope you're learning now. I hope you're enjoying. This is the first time that I'm doing this, but this is just also to honor the video that was there. And I felt that he spoke a lot yesterday and the past 2 days about it, and there's just so much to unpack in it. This is me just sharing bits and pieces of what we can get, no intangibles above and beyond. I know after watching that, your conviction for Bitcoin might have gone higher as well, but above and beyond that, there are certain things that make the rich, that make Michael Saylor a cut above the rest.
And successful business people and successful investors, they're successful because they have conviction. If you don't actually know that Bitcoin is digital property, if you're not sure that it's the right solution, then spend 1,000 hours studying it. If you go to hope.com, we've got
very, very tied into what I said earlier, that spend 1,000 hours learning about it. But this is something that we've been talking about over and over and over again, and Michael just echoed it amazingly. He said that it's all about conviction. Rich people have conviction, that they have conviction over something that the average person did not spend enough time to learn about it. And that's why they get shaken out. That's why when there's volatility, that's why when there's uncertainty, that's why when there's fear, they're not the ones investing in it because they don't know much about it. And that's what I've been saying over and over. And if you've been watching this channel, we never tell you to buy just because it's talked about here. This is all about giving you information so that you can have conviction that even after this, I hope that you're doing your due diligence, that you study things after. But you may not even buy Bitcoin, you might buy another asset, but it will always be about conviction. It will always be about how much you know about something. It will always be about when everyone else is selling, you are buying. Similar to what's happening right now. When Bitcoin was at 64,000, a lot of people were rushing to buy it. Now that it's cheaper, now that it's at 34,000, now that it's at 33,000, it even went lower than 30,000. Not a lot of people are rushing into it. But you have to realize this. The money is when you start to position lower into something that's superior, and when you have conviction. Because when it's lower and you have conviction, that's when everyone's scared but you get to buy cheap. That's where the money's made. The money is made always when you buy it lower, you position a lot, and you're willing to wait, and you don't panic, and then your upside is bigger because you know you're buying something that's superior. Of course, if you buy something that's going up, of course the upside will always be there still. The one that had patience, the one that positioned, and the one that had a larger margin will actually earn more as well.
If you look at all the wealthiest people in the world, they're not wealthy because they're traders. They're wealthy because they're holders, right? The people that if you owned Facebook for 20 years, then you're Mark Zuckerberg. You know, name a person that traded Facebook stock and shorted it. I can't name a billionaire that made billions because they shorted Amazon and they shorted Facebook and they shorted Apple. Everybody can name billionaires that owned Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, and Facebook. So you just want to be long the thing and wait. And so that's what's going on there.
I love trading. Trading is part of it's something that I've been doing for over a decade now, and it's something that I love to do. But when he said it, there was such an impact on it as well, no? And it caused me to think, no, the ones that people remember, maybe I think there are a few billionaires also that made money from trading. But if you compare the ones that really, really made a lasting impact and made a lot of money, a lot of them were hodlers. A lot of them were long-term investors. I won't stop trading just because of this though. I'll still trade, but it made me realize also that it's about selecting what's good, building volume on it, and wait. And it has worked for him, and it has worked for a lot of people. It's at a time where he bought a lot, then it also dropped, but he also bought more. That just shows you also the amount of conviction that he has. But not just that, that just shows also the acumen that really it's all about waiting. The money is in the positioning, and it's in the waiting. Trading is super nice. It's just glamorized also. But the reality is massive amounts of rich people, massive amounts of billionaires are hodlers. And for those that love trading and are making money from it, congratulations, and keep on doing what you're doing. But for a lot of people who just want to be investors, there's nothing wrong being an investor. there's nothing wrong being a hodler. There's nothing wrong sitting on something and waiting for it to grow, because the larger amount of people that made massive amounts of money are hodlers as well. So there, I hope you guys got a lot from this, and if you want more videos of me unpacking and doing things like this, please do let me know and I'll share more about it, share more and more insights also on this, because I really want to give you as much value as possible, and that's why I love interviewing people. It's not just that people who are watching the channel get to learn from them, but in a way also, no, I'm also learning when they share their experiences on and off cam as well. So those are things that are so rich and so full of wisdom. And to end this, please remember, surround yourself with people that add to you. Surround yourself with people that are better than you. Surround yourself with people that you can learn from, because you are the average of the 5 people closest to you. And in line with that though, I also want to honor someone who has been an inspiration in my life. I want to honor Rex Mendoza. It's his birthday. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Rex Mendoza. He's the Michael Saylor, the Charles Hoskinson, the Steve Jobs, the Elon Musk of the Philippines. And I think he will also go down as one of the best and top investors in the Philippines. So for those who know him and appreciate what he has been doing, go to his channel, Ramper, and batiin niyo siya ng happy birthday. And then say na, galing din kayo dito sa channel na to. But anyways, my name is Marvin Gurmo. I'm a stock market trader and investor. And if you're new to this channel, like, share, subscribe, and smash the bell so you get updated every time I come up with new content about investing. If you want to learn more about investing in the stock market, join us. For the 2nd and 3rd week of July, we have a 2-week half-day course happening Saturday and Sunday, all via Zoom, to teach you more about how you can trade the Philippine stock market, the US stock market, and the cryptocurrency market using technical analysis. So if you like more about that, links are in the description below. And check out my books also. They're available in Shopee and Lazada. And in the description below, we have different brokers that you can actually enter in if you want to invest in the Forex market, you want to invest in the cryptocurrency market, and you want to invest in the US market. Interesting lang for the US market, because you can buy US stocks for $1 US. For the cryptocurrency market, you can buy cryptocurrencies for $10 US. And for Forex markets also, they have additional bonuses for those who are investing right now. So that's it for now. This is Marvin Gurmo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.